Oh, shoot. Okay. I don't know what happened, but we're here. Alrighty. Don't mind me, y'all. This is trying to get my setup together. I promise you I'm gonna get it together. Okay. I'm gonna be quick, right? So we're talking about dressing for the season you're in. It's your girl. This is Chi. Welcome to my channel. We are doing something new. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Hi. Happy New Year. Happy New Year, sweetheart. I gotta repeat. Happy New Year. Okay. I love you. Okay, just give me a minute and I'll be with you. Okay, you can wash your hands with soap. Okay. I promise I'll try not to be long, but I just wanted to speak about dressing for the season you're in. We are in the new year, and this means let's do the groundwork. How do you want to show up for yourself in 2024? Who is this person that you want to be, right? And so we're going to do a little moving around here. This is definitely my first time going live. This is not how I anticipated it to be, but you know what? We're going to roll with the punches because, again, we are showing up as the person that we want to be. And okay, so I thought it would be great to just bring up, we're in a new season, a new time, right? This would be, say, like the first quarter of the year. The first week, right? Even the first day is just like, thank God we made it, right? There are people that didn't even get to see the new year. There are people that, like by the skin of their teeth made it into the new year, and then still, something detrimental happened. So you really want to be thankful. Thank God that we are here. We are chanced with a new day, with a new chance, a new day to just say, okay, we're going to make life happen. That means that the purpose that God has for your life is not complete, right? So we definitely want to walk with God on our side coming into this new year. I definitely don't shy away from that, right? Okay, so what is the point, right? I'm doing all this talking. What's the point? Who do you want to show up as? Who is it that you're aspiring to be? Definitely take this time period to, whether it be this first month, the first week, reflect, right? What took place in 2023? What was the great? What was the challenging? What was the lessons that was learned? And you also want to think about the habits. Were there good habits that you used to yield great results? What were the bad habits that remained and you see that was an issue, right? Definitely do the groundwork. In the Bible, it says in Jeremiah 1:10, right? It's a great book. And it talks about just like tearing down, pulling up for you to build and plant, right? That God has given us the authority to do so. So there was a woman that I listened to, and she spoke about our life as like a house, right? And I thought it was really cool. So when you go into a house, apartment, whatever it is, right? You're inspecting it. You're checking it out. You're checking to make sure that all the foundation of it is good, right? You're going to make sure that when you walk into it, that there's no issues, that if there's any fixtures that needs to be done, that is going to get fixed, right? So you have to look at your body like that. You have to look at yourself like that. You are a house. You want to go into a new house. You want to make sure that the foundation is right. You want to make sure that that the core is good, right? And what does that mean? For outside, you're outside your house, there's a lot of plants, right? And of course, when there's plants, there's weeds. You got to pull them out, root them up, right? That's what you got to look at inside you. What are the habits that you have that are bad habits that you've been holding on for too long, and you're like, okay, I keep doing the same thing and I need to change this. recognize what it is. Oh, my fingers here. Recognize what it is, then say, okay, this got to come up. Once you start to do that, then you're like, okay, cool. This is good. What else is it that needs, what else is it within the foundation that needs to be worked on? Okay, we rooted up, right? We rooting out things. We tearing out ripping out all of the old things that are not supposed to be there. Things that you've made promises or told yourself, I may not do, I'm not going to do, right? Sometimes we have to be mindful of the words that we keep. Don't say things that I'm never going to do that. We don't know. And we put that out there and then bam, we're held bound to those words, right? So be mindful of the words that you speak over yourself, over the people that you are around. And you want to kind of like come out of agreement with that, right? That's no longer you. That's not who you are. That's not who you want to be going into 2024, right? And then what else? So you root up, you're tearing down, you're rooting up, coming out of agreement, and then you're like, oh, I want to plant. I want to become this person. So what are the steps that you have to do? Or, what's the steps for you to become this new person that you're seeking to be? Well, I don't know. I don't have the answer. I'm just joking. I'm still learning too, right? So I know that in order for me to be this next person that I'm aspiring to be, I have to now say, okay, write it down, right? I have to be a person of commitment, right? I have to write down what it is that I want to do. If it means that, and everybody always says I want to lose weight. I've been saying that it's not going to be this month. I'm going to try again next month, right? I'm being realistic with myself. I know that that's a goal that I want to do, but I know that I'm not going to be able to do that right this month because there's other things that are already in place that has priority. So write down a list of commitments that you want to keep for yourself. And we're working on not breaking commitments, right? Write down what it is that you want to work on and then take them one line at a time, one step at a time. And if that means that, okay, I want to learn how to dress better, right? Okay, what does that mean? Don't go shopping, all right? Don't break the bank because I'm sure the items that you are looking to dress better with are already in your closet. You just got to go and get them out, right? So, okay. So, but where do I go? Look at Pinterest. Look at people that are similar to your shape, to the body type, or even the outfits that you want to replicate, right? Because sometimes, yes, it's good to look at people. I mean, I look at people from all different shapes and sizes because everybody has a different style, right? And so, and just to see how they piece them off. But yes, of course, you want to look at somebody that's shaped like you, that, puts outfits together. And that's kind of like your style gauge, and say, okay, this is how I want to start. So look at something that will help you. You want to be able to say, you know what, this is the year that I want to get closer to God. Okay. Make a time commitment. You can tell yourself, I'm going to give God at least 5 minutes of every hour, right? And say, okay, and thank him, praise him, worship. Those are the things you have to write them down, because if you don't, or not only write them down, set timers on your phone. Sorry, I'm looking because somebody's about to run up in here and ask me a question. I already know that. So set up a timer on your phone. I've done that too, like at 12 o'clock, 2 o'clock, those kind of things. And that reminder, because it's there, it's an everyday thing. You will not forget. What else? I don't know. My mind is racing. I can't really think that much, but I figured this was, see, for me, I'm showing up for myself. I told myself that I want to get familiar with doing live. I've never done a live before. It's not strange. It's kind of cool. And this is no editing. Like, this is straight raw. So, and I'm not editing this either. I'm sure that you could, but I'm not, because you get the real deal, right? Just so you know that nothing about me is like, I don't know, fake or a facade, whatever. Anyhow, I wanted to show up for myself in this way. Like, okay, hello, you're done. Very good. That was excellent. So that was just a way for me to say, okay, challenge myself to do this, no matter the outcome, no matter what it is, just do it, right? And I think that um, that phrase of, oh, I'm so scared, I'm so fearful, blah blah blah. I think that, and you hear it too. Fight, feel the fear, and do it anyway. That is not the. That is definitely not the. Wow, why are they so long? I promise I'm gonna be quick. That feel the fear and do it anyway kind of thing. I'm definitely not walking in with that mindset. And if I can encourage you, don't walk with that too. I think that you should really just cast down. I did, sweetheart. Mom, I wanted to come in. Don't lock the door again. I'm almost done. I'll be right with you. And you like the you see why, like, I just did it just because, again, somebody's always coming in here to, say their piece. Okay. But I was saying that to cast down that thought of feeling the fear and that kind of thing, because again, we are people of courage and a sound mind, right? God did not give us fears in the Bible. I wish I could tell you the Bible verse off my head. It's probably somewhere in, like, don't ask me. I'm not going to sit here and lie. I don't remember, but I know it's in the Bible, and it just talks about that God did not give us the spirit of fear, but of courage and sound mind, right? So what does that mean? Cast down that thought. Like, anytime something creeps in, nah, that's not me. Even if it means you got to bang your head every time, like, no. We're done. We're done with that thought. Any, like those intrusive thoughts or whatever the case may be, whatever the term is, whatever seed of that negative thoughts that start to creep up in the mind, tear it down. Why? Because the more that it stays and it lingers and it festers, it grows, right? So the moment you just say, nah, that's not it, that's not me, you build yourself up. No, that's not me. I know who I am. I'm not doing that, right? So, and then you advance, right? Use Bible verses to say, no, greater is he that is in me than he that is in the world. So I know who God has called me to be. I know who I am in the Lord. That's not what the promises of God are for my life. You get what I'm saying? So I didn't think that this was going to turn into a Bible study. I do want to make this into a series. So basically just saying that the takeaway out of all of the things that I said, the takeaway is, who do you want to show up as for, who do you want to show up for, as this year, right? That means you have to do the groundwork. This is the tearing down, the rooting up. And yes, James, girl, yes, it's always good to speak positive about yourself. You are absolutely right. It's so true. And we should. That's definitely the motto, right? The mindset that we have to walk with. Because if we hear other people tearing us down, then we're going to think like, oh, maybe that's true. Or maybe, that's how people really see me as. And it isn't. It really isn't. Who do you see yourself as? And that's what you have to walk with. It's good. It's, sometimes it's good to hear encouraging words. It's good to hear somebody say, wow, you're doing great, right? It does feel good. But when you don't get that, how do you encourage yourself? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you brought a spot on with that. Absolutely. And so with this, basically, who do you want to show up as? You want to show up as this new person, this boss girl, right? Girl boss. Y'all don't kill me for the terms because I don't be knowing, but you want to show up as this new level person, right? So that means that the groundwork that requires you to get to that level, we got to start it now, right? We can't come in with the same old baggage. We can't come in with the same old smelly laundry coming into and expecting the new level is going to be smelling fresh and good. It doesn't work like that, right? So let's do the groundwork. Basically this is it. Showing up for your season. This is the groundwork, right? I think we're going to do a series or something like that. I don't know. I think that's what it's going to be. So, all right, y'all. Mom duty calls. I gotta run because I already promised them that we're gonna do some activities, and they're like, "You're here doing a live?" Yes, I gotta show up in every aspect that I can. All right, love you guys. Bye.